that's not good. Tractor won't even turn over. I don't know what happened. I was mowing along. Tried to cut off, won't turn over. Pretty frustrating one, but it's all good. Just trying to get this hay cut. So I actually don't have the tools I need. I'm gonna have to take a ride down to the store. Well, I had to get things turned around right, but let's see if we can get this thing fixed. Not quite sure what's wrong, but just it abruptly cutting off makes me think that maybe it has something to do with the battery. So, wow, yeah, we have the full repair. Almost 10 grand on getting that thing fixed back up. Welcome back to Bally Spring. It's Epic Journey, and we're going to start by spreading some slurry. Got field, I think it's 65 just across the way. You got this hay field here I've already cut and baled, and just beyond that there was a field that we harvested that needs some slurry. So we're going to get this tanker filled up. We do have a pretty good bit of slurry. Let's see. Oh, maybe I gotta go over here to see it. Yep, there we go. 200 and I think we probably had 250,000 before I started filling up. I am doing a test. I did take 2 loads of slurry to the biogas plant to see if it'll, if I can still get digestate from it, even though I don't own the biogas plant. Which I'm not buying the biogas plant anytime soon because that thing's like $900,000 on this map. But yeah, we're gonna go over here and start spreading some slurry, get that fertilizer up, and we're gonna do some planting today as well. It is the second day of September, and we're gonna be putting in some winter barley on 2 different fields. So we're gonna start planting as well, which will be nice. I'm looking at, and I may have mentioned this before, but I'm looking at chopping the barley for a whole crop silage. So this field to my left will be barley, and then the field that we're going to go spread slurry on will also be barley. But first, let's get some manure spread. Now, I'm not really sure. Uh-oh. I did not take that turn sharp enough. Or took it too sharp, I mean. I did not take it correctly. Let's see if we can recover this. I'm going to try to straighten out here. Back down the road. This is the only way to get into this field, so hopefully I'll be able to get this slurry tanker in the field. I should have no problem getting it in there. I just wasn't paying attention to my turning. Alright, now let's see if we can make this turn a little better. Straight goof that up, huh? Leave it to Journey to goof something up. I tell you, this should work out for sure right here. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna go. I think this slurry spreader sprays to the left. I'm not entirely positive, so let me go ahead and check that out. No, it sprays straight back. Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn it off. Straight back. Alright, that'll work. I do think it is 15 meters wide, so it's got a pretty decent spread on it. So, it's not bad for it. It only holds 8,000 and some change, but you know, it's not a bad spreader. 15 meter wide spread is pretty decent. But yeah, this is one of the only fields that really needs fertilizing. The cow pasture needs fertilizing, but I'm not going to mess with that yet. After September, in November, I plan on moving the cows from the pasture back into the back to the farmyard. I say cows. I moved all the cows and heifers out there with the calves. I did that kind of in between episodes, so that's what I'm talking about. I moved them out there. You'll see them in a minute as we make this turn over here. But yeah, I moved them out to the pasture because there's more food out there, and you know, it's the time of year where they should be in the pasture over the summer and the beginning of the fall. But in November, I plan on moving them back to the farmyard, and then we will cut that pasture. We'll put manure on that pasture, then cut it, and try to make some bales or silage or something like that out of it. So that's kind of the plan with the pasture. But there they are. We got the heifers and the cows and the calves out there in the field. So we have 10 cows, 5 heifers, and I believe it's 20 calves. I should probably know how many I have, to be honest, but off the top of my head, not really sure. But yeah, I'm actually kind of tired of my tractors being covered in lime, so I'm just excited to put something else on the ground that is not white, because my tractors have been covered in lime forever. So hopefully whenever we get done spreading here, actually, you know what? I should probably turn and go that way, because it is a much longer path. But yeah, so the field behind me, the big field that we're going to plant barley in, it actually doesn't need fertilizer. So we're going to go straight to planting that field here shortly. But things are coming along just fine. The money's a little low right now, but that's okay. We'll start making some money before too long, and I do have milk to sell. I've said this before, but the farm was kind of already a work in progress when I got the farm. So there was some milk already in, you know, already here. I think it was like 10,000 liters. So I need to get that sold. Not a huge concern right now. Not a huge concern. But we also need to check the store to see if there's anything interesting worth buying. Because we may... You know, we're always on the lookout for some used equipment. Always on the lookout for some used equipment, and we may be willing to spend a little bit of money to get something that would be good for our farm, you know. But yeah, so 8,500 liters didn't go a long way. So there's going to be a lot of refilling. And we could upgrade the slurry tanker, but I don't think we're there yet. I think eventually that might be something to look into. But for now, we're good with this one. It would be nice to have a bigger one to drive to the BGA, so I could carry more. The BGA is not exactly close. It's over by the store, or actually past the store. Let's see here. Let's see if we can fill up from right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good to go. Like I said, I did cut some hay. Got hay baled here on this field. I got hay baled behind here. There's some in here. Only a couple bales because I did the big bales. I do think I'm going to do something different with this plot of land here. I don't want to use this as a hay field or a grass field. I think I may eventually work on getting chickens or maybe goats and put back there, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Just a couple more passes. We'll have this knocked out. Did notice the grass over there too is kind of part of the field. It looks like the grass around these fields is also planted, maybe? Yeah, the river and the pond look really nice. We do have a big pool of standing water over there too in that field. And that's another field that needs to be cut for hay or silage. On the other side of the cow pasture, you got the cow pasture here in front of me, and then this field over here to the right with that standing water in it. Those two fields need to be cut, which I think I'm just going to save for November. Cut them then. And that'll probably end up being our last cut of the season, unless we can squeeze one out of one of these other fields. But I don't think it's going to work like that. But yeah, that is one field fertilized. I'm going to hit this little spot right here on the way out. Now we no longer have a tractor that's covered in lime, thank God. Alright, there we go. And let's take a look at what that looks like right now. It's kind of funny. It doesn't look like it's got much. 25 kilograms of nitrogen. 35. Whoa. Honestly, I thought that slurry was like 65 kilograms per hectare. And apparently that's not the case. So we're going to have to spread more than once for sure. I did not realize that. I really didn't. But that's okay. We'll make it work. We'll spread again after we plant, and then after the crops get going too. Wow, I did not realize that for some reason I was thinking it was 65. Maybe Maize Plus changes that. Or maybe I'm talking about data from Precision Farming from FS19. I don't know, but I do know this field over here is good to go. It has plenty. It's like 150, 160, which should be good. And you know, we'll get our crop in there. If it needs a little more, we'll put a little more. But for now, we're good with this. Take this, put it up, and maybe take a look at what's in the shop. See if there's any good used stuff for sale. Well, let's take a look at the store, see what's up. Used stuff. Ooh, a 5M. We don't need this. This is more for like a loader, but the 5M, 63% off. It's got 23 hours on it. 33 grand. Hold on. And it comes with the Saria Pro Compact. It detects real nitrogen demand of your crops. So basically these are sensors that detect the nitrogen demand of that crop, and it helps you get more accurate nitrogen application so that you can get the best yield. So it looks like this used tractor comes with that, which it's usually like $15,000. And this is about a $70,000 tractor. It also happens to be one of my favorite tractors in the game. Now, I don't need this because this would make our farm a 4-tractor farm. And we really don't need 4 tractors. But man, this is tempting. I could put narrow tires on it, and this could be what I use for like spraying. Man, you know what? I think I'm going to get this. We'll definitely have to have a front loader attacher for it though. Yeah, I think I'm going to get this. I'm cool with the 94 horsepower for right now. If I want to upgrade the horsepower later, it's not that expensive. Now, it only goes to 120. But this would be the smallest tractor on my farm, even smaller engine-wise than the Massey Ferguson, the 5S. Man, I think I'm going to do it. $35,000 for this? We're going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. There we go. Maybe eventually I'll get rid of this guy. Because the 5S can almost do everything this thing can do. And like, I don't need 170 horsepower to pull this slurry tanker. I think the slurry tanker actually only takes like 80 or something. So John Deere 5M could really do that job, to be honest. And it could definitely do bale, moving bales around. I'm excited. It's like one of my favorite tractors in the game. And it just happened to be on sale. So that's cool. I'm going to go grab that from the store and bring it back, and then we'll get to seeding. Alright, I got the 5M back at the farm. Like I said, this really is one of my favorite tractors in the game. I just like it. It's a nice tractor and very small, compact. And it's honestly be great for this farmyard. So just a little bit smaller than the 5S, I think. I'd like to look at them side by side, which I haven't done yet, but let's make sure that it'll be good with this front loader. This front loader may be a little big for it, but we're about to find out. No, it's perfect, I think we're good. Yeah, we can work with that. It may be a little big, but I can get another front loader if I have to. For now, we'll just leave it attached to the front loader. Definitely looks nice. You know what I need to do, though, that I didn't think about was get some seed. I don't have any seed to put in the drill. Alright, well, down at the store, get these seeds loaded up. I say get them loaded up, I'm just dragging the bags across the ground. Oh, we need a weight. We'll see if the weight solves our problem. Let's lift our weight. There we go. See if this helps. And also, too, I'm not really sure how well this will work around the yard with it being so big. I didn't realize it was so gaudy, to be honest. The weight seems to help. Seems to have us where we need to be. Let's try to get lined up here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to put them side by side, so let's see. That should be good. Alright, I'm going to get these bags loaded up real quick. Alright, we are ready to head back to the farm. Got our seed loaded up. It ain't pretty, but they're loaded. And we will make our way back. I really don't know if this bag lifter that I got. I mean, the thing was only like 500 bucks. I don't know if this is the thing. It may be too big, too gaudy. But we'll see how it works out. If I don't end up liking it, I can easily get rid of it, get something else. Alright, get this weight back on the rear of the tractor. We need to get these things unhooked too, huh? This unstrapped. Seeder pulled out. We will need the Deutz-Fahr for that. Deutz-Fahr is definitely the seeding tractor. It is the only tractor I think that we got that will have the horsepower. But that's one of its jobs. And now that technically I have, I say technically, yeah, I straight up have 4 tractors. Everything's going to have its own job. So hopefully that'll reduce the amount of wear on everything individually. Everything will have its own role. And the Deutz-Fahr is definitely a planter. Now that John Deere is just going to be my yard tractor for the most part. Maybe do some tedding, mowing if we needed to, small stuff like that. So that it will take on some of the role that the 5S was doing. So that's kind of the plan there. Get this, and we got a nice direct drill. I think this is a 6 meter. And it should be nimble enough to get through some of these gates and stuff. So we shouldn't have any issues with that. But yeah, this is a Pottinger. It's very nice. And I'm excited to put it to use here. Excited to put it to use. I do need to open up the... How do you do that? I think it's in to open up the cover there. Yep, there we go. In opens the cover. Alright, so let's pull over here. You know what? We'll just stop right here. Hopefully this is good enough. And try to get that thing loaded up. We can easily just pull up next to it and probably load the seat into it, but I got this. Why not use it, right? We do need to lift the weight though. Alright. Trailer was kind of a cheap trailer, but it's exactly what we need for this type of job. So I think I paid like $4,000 for it, and I did get the John Deere front loader, as you can see. I went ahead and splurged and got it so it would match the tractor. I mean, heck, you think about what I paid for the front loader, which I think I leased actually. I'll lease to own the front loader, get it paid off in time. Come on. Alright, let's see. I do need to hit R now, right? Yep. That thing emptied out. And how much can this thing hold? Okay, we can do another bag, or at least a partial bag. At least a partial bag. Yeah, I should have pulled the trailer in a different spot. Not exactly the most efficient loading setup I got here. But that's alright. Could just do it from... probably can't reach it from the back. Man, this 5M looks awesome. I'm really excited that one of my favorite tractors on the game was available used so early in this Let's Play. I hate to have, you know, 4 tractors. It seems a little overkill, but why are we not unloading? Seems a little like overkill, but I like it. Alright, we're full. 1,600 liters. Alright, we got the Deutz seeder and making our way to field 61. This field does have 2 entrances, and honestly this is probably the best way to go, just because the other entrance is very tight on that little trail where I got stuck in the first episode. So we're just going to take this route, and I think there's a double gate actually, so we'll have a lot more room. Get in there, get comfortable, start getting that field seated, and we can bring the John Deere out here and haul the seed if we need a refill. But I think we're going to be good. I think we'll be good without needing a refill. The gate should be up here on the right. Where's that gate? I think it's right here under these trees. Yep, there it is. Alright, so got that. Our field has great pH and great nitrogen. It is sandy loam on this end. But yeah, field's ready. Get out there and get this seed in the ground. So we currently selected wheat. We need to change that, so let's hit F1 and change our seed. I think it's Why? Yeah, we're gonna do barley. We're gonna do barley. And hold out here. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's unfold this thing. This is a direct drill, and the edges of these fields are they are like part of the field where the grass is, so I need to get it pulled off because it will plant over that grass, and I don't really want that to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and get straight and get lined up, actually. Alright, yeah, we'll start right here. Get it fired up. I don't need nitrogen at all in this field right now. So we're not adding nitrogen as well. And if we need to add nitrogen later, we will do so. But we'll wait until after the crop is in the ground. But for now, we are planting our first field of this series, which is cool. Some winter barley. Try to get a couple headland passes in and maybe time lapse the rest. Or time lapse it here in a second.
You never see me, I'm better than you think you. You're not very simple, you. Yeah. Hold me to the waist, baby, touch me on my skin, or just love me. Let me be something that you never imagined. Hold me to the waist, baby, touch me on my skin, or just love me. Let me be something that you never imagined. Hold me to the waist, baby, touch me on my skin, or just love me. Let me be something that you never imagined. Let me be something you wanna give me your head. If I ain't your girl,
I'm almost out of seed. Almost out of seed, and it looks like we got one tiny pass left, so I'm gonna go grab the John Deere, grab a bag of seed and bring it out. We'll grab that partial bag that we had. Is the gate gonna open? There we go. Grab that partial bag that we had, bring that out, put it in there, because I mean we're gonna need seed for the next field anyway, so not a big deal. If I would have been a little bit more efficient, that seed would have stretched that field though, but I'm driving blind. I can't afford GPS right now and stuff like that, so maybe one day I'll have the farm upgraded to that point where, you know, we're using things like GPS and we can be extremely efficient. That'd be really cool. So we'll try to get to that point eventually, but for now we are, you know, I'm not going to say I'm wasting seed, but I definitely could have did a little bit better with that little tiny of a strip. I should have been able to get that, but it's all good. Let's see. Not too crazy of a turn there. That's good. And we're going to need to come at this thing from a different angle too. Which, by the way, you know, when you're seeding, I know headlands really would be the last thing that you do, but in farm sim it's always easier to do the headlands first. So maybe that's something else I'll try to do in the future, is be a little bit more realistic, because with seeding I would think that you would do headlands last, because your tractor's going down to the end and turning around, and then you could seed where the tractor had been turning around and all that at the very end. But anyway, we'll look to be more realistic with stuff like that as this goes on. Yeah, I'm gonna get this strip knocked out and park this right here. 5M doing his job. Get this strip knocked out, and I did have a little tiny piece that I missed in a different spot, so I'll go try to hit that too, as well as try to get some of this lime off my tractor by not driving in it. I'm legitimately sick of seeing my tractors covered in lime. Last strip. I don't like my tractors being really clean. I like for them to look like they do work, or you know, that I use them. So you will notice that throughout the series you will not see me washing tractors very much. But yeah, that's it. That is this field sown with barley. Alright guys, well, I believe that's going to be the end of episode 3. Got the field sown in barley, so that was great. And we got one more field to sow, but we'll get that knocked out. And by the time I get back to you guys, it'll probably be November, and we'll see where we're at then. But in the meantime, take it easy, be safe, and if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Appreciate you guys. Epic Journey out.